Hey there everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today, we are breaking into a brand new sketchbook. But before I get started with talking about what I'm doing here and all that good stuff, I just quickly want to thank the channel members, Steph's Art, Knickknacks by EC, and Pancake Boy. Thank you so much for your support and for enabling me to do what I love. You guys are absolutely amazing. If you would like to also become a member of the channel, you can click the join button next to the subscribe button or check out the link in the description box. Okay, so let's get started. Today, as usual, we're going to be drawing on the first page of the sketchbook and also decorating the cover. And as you can see, I'm currently sketching something on the first page, and I wanted to start off the sketchbook kind of New Year's resolution-y, you know, fulfilling some plans and things that I want to improve on. So I decided to start out with a study. So I just sketched out an old man's face that I used a reference from Pinterest for grammar, just to use that as a reference point, and then I inked that with some red watercolor. So this already kind of helps me with, I wanted to do more studies, and I'm also drawing more dudes because, I wanted to draw more guys in the sketchbook. And then I decided to whip out my gouache paints, because another thing that I really wanted to improve on in the sketchbook is mixing colors, because that's something I haven't really paid all that much attention to. So I had this very specific kind of greenish dusty color in my head that I wanted to achieve, and I can happily say that I managed to pretty much exactly mix the color that I had in my head. It took a little while, as you can see. I'm mixing for quite a bit here, but eventually I got there, and I also just used the primary colors and white to achieve that color, because no pre-mixed colors, just so I can kind of learn how to really mix colors that I want to, and kind of learn what colors goes into them, what colors go into them. I'm really not able to speak properly today, but that's fine, we're just chilling, we're just hanging out. So I just painted the background here with that color because why not? I think it looks pretty. It was fun, just painting a little bit with gouache, nothing wrong with that. And I also sketched something on top of that color later on, and something that I just really love about gouache is how you're able to get it super flat, and how you can do so much with it. You can build it up and blend it if you want to, but it can also just kind of enhance a drawing by giving it a nice clean background. And for this color mixing practice, it kind of paid off, because I actually had a pretty cool looking spread in the end here with some really nice colors. That red watercolor is one of my all-time favorite watercolor colors that I own, and this greenish tone just complements it so well. I think, green and red are complementary colors, so it was bound to have a very interesting look to it. But yeah, and then down there I also mixed an alternative version of that color that just has a little bit more blue in it, and I think it looks pretty cool. So that's mostly what's on this spread. So now we're pretty much moving on to the main event, I guess you could call it. The cover, the most exciting yet scary part. I thought pretty long and hard about what I actually wanted to put on the cover, because that's always super difficult to decide. With a sketchbook page, it's just a random drawing in your sketchbook, but the cover is the freaking cover. It's in your face, and it's gonna be there for a long time. As long as you use that sketchbook, you're gonna have to deal with the cover. So I actually remembered these drawings that I used to make using blobs. I drew weird shapes, and then I made faces out of them, and I was I've always just drawn one character or a single motive on my sketchbook covers, so why not just draw a bunch of different faces that look super different and fun with fun shapes. So I drew some blobs, and I turned them into different faces. So on the top left, for example, here we have a dude with a absolutely magnificent bowl cut that is going to be blonde, by the way. And I just love how that dude turned out. Like, all of these characters, I think, look very unique and look very different from what I usually draw, just because they, I guess, are made from shapes, sort of. They're still not as loose and expressive as I would have liked them to be, probably because I was still sort of hesitating, just because I wanted to make the cover look good, and then I started to like micromanage all little details, and throughout the process, especially with the painting part, I'm using some acrylic gouache here, by the way. Things got better and I got more loose and just relaxed while painting. But yeah, maybe I'll just try doing something similar like this again with my next sketchbook, and just try to exaggerate the faces even more and the crazy hairstyles into shapes and make it even more fun and exciting, because I think this is also a great exercise to just get over your sketchbook fears, I guess. Like painting the cover, it's a pretty big step. Like, it's gonna be hard to remove that unless you like completely paint over it with black, but that would kind of be sad. So I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I think it's just like a good way to start off, because you just like it gives them more personality. And if you do something a little bit more risky, which I wasn't brave enough to do with my previous sketchbooks, and this time I was just like, let's just go for it. I don't know, it feels kind of good, not gonna lie. So yeah, to be honest with you, I did not actually paint the cover on the day that I started the sketchbook, because I filmed the footage of me starting the sketchbook a while ago. Those of you who follow my videos will know that I've been using the sketchbook for a little while now, and I actually just recently completed the cover as of right now while I'm filming this, because I was getting like more and more busy with school starting, and I knew that painting the cover was gonna take a little bit more time, and so I just decided to do it whenever I felt more like it, and it was like, okay, I'm just gonna take some time to do this now. So here we are. It's a little bit late, so this footage was filmed afterwards, but I think it's still cool nevertheless. And yeah, I think the dude that I'm painting right now actually might just be my favorite, like with his mustache. There's like some pretty cool characters on there, I think. I tried to stick with a color scheme that is sort of cohesive. Like, there are a bunch of different colorful hairstyles and different hues in the skin tones and stuff, but I tried to still make everything look like it fits together. And I think the line art that I'm adding later, I added like red line art around everything, helped that as well, with just, kind of combining all of the different faces. But yeah, it's just, it was so fun trying something like this, because the cover, like, now that I look at it, I have my sketchbook right here right now, and looking at it, I think this is the coolest cover I've ever done, because it's so bright and colorful, and there's so much to look at. Not every painting turned out the greatest, like not every face is super duper amazing and pretty, but that's fine, A sketchbook is there to practice and to try out new things, and that also goes for the cover. Like, why not just be a little bit crazy and do some fun stuff? So yeah, I encourage all of you who might be a little bit hesitant or scared to start your sketchbook to just get your sketchbook out and try out some weird things. Like, if it doesn't turn out great, you could paint over it, but even if it doesn't turn out great, and who really cares? It's just a sketchbook, and it's there for you to improve and to track your progress. And it, like the painting or drawing you made in the cover, it is a milestone in your artistic journey, so why not just keep it there, and when you look back on it, you can remember the times when you painted that. And I don't know, I think it's just cool. So yeah, I'm just finishing up like the base colors here. This was super fun. I don't have the last bits of footage from the painting process here, but I hope you guys don't mind too much. So yeah, this is pretty much like what this cover ended up looking like. I also wrote sketchbook number 13 on the spine of the book later on because it's, oh my god, I can't believe it's sketchbook number 13. That's so crazy. And then on the back side of the sketchbook, I drew my Japanese stamp symbol that I have with a Posca pen, with the same pen that I painted the spine with, and yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more of my art, you can follow me on Instagram, and you can join the community Discord with a link in the description box down below, and that's also where you can become a member of the channel. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
I know it'd be more than a moment, but would we be a waste of time? I know I like it when you hold me, but do I wanna call you mine? I swear I'm not trying to lead you on.